Welcome, airmen, the Bill Butt family. Welcome to Camp Unali'yi for the dedication and official opening of the White House in honor of Bill Butt. Today, we thank the Bill Butt family for their contributions to our camp and for helping ensure the White House remains as a landmark for our camp. We also celebrate the countless number of volunteers who have helped in the renovation of the White House for getting it to where it is today. I would like to ask Zachary Konstanakis, our Lodge Chief-elect, and Alex Jernigan, our past Lodge Chief, and Hunter Gable, Hunter Gable, our past Lodge Chief, to share some of the history of the White House.
The White House was built in the mid-1800s and was the original homestead for the Bailey family. In the late 1920s, the Bailey family invited the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and YMCA to hold a summer camp program in the area in front of the White House. In 1931, the Bailey family gave the Coastal Boys Council the original piece of land that became known as Camp Unali'yi. This included the White House. The White House in the early days of camp served as the camp director's quarters and staff housing through the 1950s. In 1959, Hurricane Gracie hit the Beaufort area and significant storm surge was seen at camp. Damage from the storm caused the second floor roof to leak. Over the next few years, the damaged roof remained until it was felt that it was best to take down the White House because of safety concerns. Dismantling of the second floor began and total demolition was stopped by the Coastal Boys Council, and the roof was put on the building, leaving the first floor intact. The porch was closed in, and the side porches were added to provide for housing for camp staff who had previously lived on the second floor. The White House continued to be used by the staff through the 1984 summer camp season when constructing the staff center. Dining hall and trading post was completed as well. The White House remained vacant and a place for storage through the 1980s and 90s. In 1997, interest in restoring the White House to the historical landmark of camp was brought to the table. The late Sonny Hankel, an active member of the Coastal Boys Council, enlisted the help of Burrell Hill and Hill Construction Company, Buck Lumber, and Bill Butt to help get this project underway. Phase 1 of the project was removing the exterior from the enclosed porch, the roof and siding from the original interior walls. When the skeleton of the original house was bare, the second story was rebuilt and a new roof was put on the entire house. The exterior walls were finished with vinyl siding, which was added to finish the outside of the house. On the inside of the house, it was decided that the original beams of the second floor would be left exposed to show the workmanship of the days of old.
In May 2002, the OA Lodge was given permission for the White House to become the new home for the Lodge Conference Room and Museum at Camp Unali'yi. Over the next several years, major construction on the White House slowed due to the need for funding and the crash of the stock market. With generous donations from the Bill Butt family, trees were harvested from camp, milled and cut into board for the steps and the floor for the upstairs of the White House. After gaining access to the second floor, work again was restarted and the upstairs rooms were finished. Cabinetry for the museum was relocated from Newberry Lodge to the White House. With a renewed interest in completing the White House, work cranked up to finish the walls of the conference room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Again, the Butt family generously provided the financial means needed to repair and point out the fireplaces inside the conference room and the brickwork on and around and under the White House. Countless numbers of volunteer hours by airmen, scouters, finishing the kitchen, the stairwell, bathrooms, and main conference rooms so that the White House could be brought out of the retirement for the 85th anniversary of summer camp season. The Lodge Museum that had been stored up in Newberry Lodge was relocated to the second floor of the White House. In the months following camp, we entered what we had hoped to be the final phase of moving into the White House. This included finishing the museum in the upstairs, completing the display boards of Lodge history on the walls of the conference rooms. Hurricane Matthew put a pause on this though. Our efforts in October We're paused for a moment. But our lodge chief set a goal to at least have part of the museum open by our fall fellowship. The White House continues to be a work in progress, and in the months ahead, it is our goal to finish displaying the Lodge Museum upstairs.
Currently, we have several plans for the White House. It will serve as the Unali'yi Lodge building at Camp Onanwa. The name Unali'yi is the place where friends gather, and the White House provides such a place for our lodge members. During summer camp, the downstairs serves as a Scoutmaster's Lounge for leaders in camp. The kitchen provides the backstage area for the Bohicket Town, and the museum will provide the backdrop for Scouting Heritage Merit Badge. At our Fall Fellowship in December, the White House is a great place for our Vigil Honor members to keep the vigil.
Again, we wish to thank Nancy and Willie Butt and your family for helping make the White House renovations a reality for our lodge and for our camp. As chief of our lodge, it is my joyful duty to rededicate the White House in honor of Bill Butt and to all airmen past, present, and future. We would like to invite the Butt family to go ahead into the White House.
Hey, SR5, it's Matthew Watson, the Section Chief. I want to welcome you all here at Camp Onanwa. We're here right on the coast of the Bohicket. You can see it right here, the Bohicket River. Now, for those of you who are at 2013 DITSE here at Unali'yi, you might recognize some of these. This is our totem pole competition over here. So we're on the porch right now of the White House that was just dedicated. So here we got Bob White, their totem pole that they made. We've got several other lodges. Here's my lodge, Atakukula, and Catawba, Stuka, and then Unali'yi.
Polyvoles are the tailors.
We'll walk over to the other side.
Oh yeah.
The really nice tailor.
If you remember, we had some ceremonies competitions here back in 2013. One of the more historical statements from this area on the porch is this is Tomochichi's last totem pole. It was at this DITSE where they last were part of the SR5 area. So it's sort of a bittersweet thing to see, but we're happy that they're now enjoying a great fellowship with their SR9 brothers. But this is our last totem pole right here. We're going to go ahead and walk inside and show you some of the things that are in there.
Go check out upstairs. Little hoopah display.
Okay, I took picture of his picture over the mantle.
Here's James Barton. This is a lodge advisor for Unali'yi.
I can
Basically live.
we can rip it down to 2 inches.
We'll go ahead and go upstairs and we'll come back down. This is Zach. He's the new lodge chief.
Hello.
This is SR5.
Oh, what's up, y'all? I didn't know it was a video.
We can go upstairs, right?
Quarter each.
Just remember, Chief. You know,
All right.
It's coming down when we charge.
plain sight while you're spending in the museum, okay, Chief?
Yes, sir.
Just say.
Yeah. All right, we'll stop here. Okay, just look up. For those of you who don't know, the totem of the Unali'yi Lodge is the white-tailed deer. It's also a state mammal or animal for our South Carolina. So that's a little neat point of information. We've also got some historical artifacts. You'll see a ton up in this museum that's just built for Unali'yi Lodge. This is an old flag. Unali'yi's known for taking their flags to DITSE fellowships, and they currently have their flag up right now, the newer one, with the American flag and the state flag. But we'll go up here and see some of the really cool historical stuff. All right.
How does it feel to be destroyed in tomahawk throwing?
I'm pretty bad at tomahawks, I'll admit that.
I've been throwing since I was in first grade.
So here is a plaque you might recognize. This is the Lodge of the Year plaque. It's going to come back to DITSE and Muskogee. Unali'yi Lodge has won it the last 2 times, so it's a warning to all of you, the other 9 lodges. You got to win it before they take it, because if they get it 3rd time, they get to keep it. These are some general ribbons. For those of you outside of SR5, these are a common sight at different DITSE fellowships. This one is from Unali'yi. and this is from Catawba during the Centennial. Well, actually, that's the National Order of the Area Conference, so that was during 2015. Let's look over here. Here's another Lodge of the Year plaque that they made. This is one they actually created, but they decided to keep. So you'll see there's not any names on here, but that's for group dance. And there's just various things going on here. You'll look here. Here's their vigil triangles that they give out to their vigil members. Neat fact, this is the regular one that they hand out nowadays, but I believe it's 25 years they'll give a silver one, and then for 50 years they'll give a gold-plated one. So that's really neat for their lodge. All right, Jake, if you'll go. Oh yeah, and he'll pan down here. So Camp Hananwa, it's one of our oldest camps in the state, and you'll see here J. Rucker Newberry, a very key figure in our section's history. He was instrumental in forming Bob White Lodge, Santee Lodge, Unali'yi Lodge, and a vast majority of the section. He's the person who wrote the first OA handbook, and he is the person who coined the Dixie Fellowship. So he, back then he was referred to as Chief Newberry. We still refer to him as that today. But he's a very historical figure, almost on the same level as Dr. Goodman and Charles Edson. And he was a very good friend of them. There's a quest for the Golden Arrow right there. In 2015, you might remember we had Centurions. They're our hometown heroes. So here's Unali'yi's several Centurions they chose. And you'll see some familiar faces. We just saw James Barton downstairs. And there's J. Rucker Newberry, who I was just talking about. He's pretty much the founder of SR5. All right, if you look over here, this is a centennial charter. So each year, lodges get chartered to be back with their council and as a part of the national organization. So, and they actually received JT Gold that year, which is a very high level of distinction. Okay, during the centennial, each lodge also created some sort of history book for their lodge. Let's see if I can unlock this. Well, anyway, I can't unlock it right now, but there is a history book inside of there. Oh, can you get it? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jacob. This is actually written by Mr. Rusty Riddle. For those of you who go on the section website, he actually wrote a history book for our section, and he actually personally knew J. Rucker Newberry himself. But yeah, this is a really neat photo. Dr. Raven from my lodge, and he grew up in Unali'yi. This is actually showing when segregated scouts, they were first being brought back into the regular inductions. So that was a very historical moment, probably in the 60s, I imagine. And there's just so much history packed into this one book. And you'll see, if you go on our section website, we have books from every single lodge in the section. We now have a full collection of 10 history books. All right, Jacob, we'll go on. Yeah, it's a really amazing sight. I got really, there were tears in my eyes literally last night going through here, being a history buff. It's just amazing to see all this history in one place. All right, you'll see here's some more charters. These are very, very old. This one is from 1958. I believe that was their first charter that was actually printed out. So that's really historical right there. This is pretty funny right here. They actually have some, that's called butts. So that's a little pun right there. They made little green dollars. And here's, Jacob, if you want to come over here. This is Mr. Butt. This is who this building has been, much of the work, and it's who it's been dedicated to today. So this is a little dedication area for him. If you look over here, we've got some, he's known for American Indian activities. Here in SR5, we should be very proud because we have amazing American Indian activities here. Rasali, Unali'yi, AKK, SWA. All of our lodges are fully dedicated to giving the best representation in the country for American affairs. We've got a very old vigil sash. You can barely see it in there. but that is it has a real one. It's you can tell it's very old. It's vintage. And then we got some more lodge totem poles right here in the past. There's actually some cardboard posters of some of the old Unali'yi patches. I'm not too much of the patches. I'm sure Jacob, who's holding the camera, he knows well more than I do. And here's some more right here. Yeah, these are some of the statues that I believe come from the National Endowment. Yeah, these are from Cesare, who's our national artist for the Ordered Era, and I believe the Boy Scouts as well. I believe he was the man who replaced Norman Rockwell. Here's Mwogo, Neat Fat. They used to be in our area, same as Egwa and Tomochichi, but they merged out. So I believe they're now in the SR9 area. All right, we'll go ahead and go downstairs. I'm trying to keep this pretty brief, so you're not watching a very long video.
Chief, you need frisky down.
I've got to collect my quarters too. Yeah. Okay, so you see the old OA logo here. We've had 3 OA logos. This is the oldest. And then we, of course, maybe know the MGM logo we had for a while. And then we finally switched to Arrowhead that we have currently. This is really neat. I wish more of our lodges did this. They have listings of all the different historical listings for the lodge. So you'll see here, Unali'yi has significant events in their section history. So they've got Taylor Everard, who I served as section vice chief with. He was section secretary. You've got different Dissy fellowships where they've won Lodge of the Year. Just anything with the area, they have it all listed all the way back to Area Z, which is, wow, that was back in the 1940s, so there's some history there. Okay, again, Lodge Chiefs, Lodge Advisors, right here. So J. Rucker Newberry. Yeah, very beautiful craftsmanship. All right, and we'll go over here to this side. And I wish all of you could actually be here right now. When Unali'yi hosts next, I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to step into this amazing building. It's just changed so much since I competed here in ceremonies in pre-ordain and brotherhood. We were actually in this room. But here's Founders Award recipients. And you'll see up here above the window frames, there's actually some old lodge flaps. So it's neat to see those as well. And then, yeah, here's the Vigil Honor right here. And then, probably one of my favorite things is they actually have at the fireplace little butts, the white-tailed deer figureheads. And then, of course, there's Mr. Butt right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Airmen, I really hope to see all of you at the Ditsy Fellowship in April. You'll be there with all of your Unali'yi brothers. They're going to bring a big crowd, and they're going to bring all the spirit they have. So I encourage all of you to bring as many people you have, and just continue to get pumped and excited for what's going to come. Muskogee's going to do a great job. They're having their work weekend this weekend, and they're getting ready for this big event that's coming. So I just want to thank Unali'yi Lodge for the opportunity to invite 3 of us from AKK to come out. We've got Trent, he's a lodge airman, and then we've got Jacob holding the camera, and of course I'm here. But it's an honor to come out here. We got Alex, he's a big member of Unali'yi. He was the head man at Carolina Indian Seminar, so he's doing great things. He's the son of Mr. James Barton. But I just want to thank all of you, and I hope that all of you continue to keep the arrow aimed high, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all soon. Thank you, guys.